So I would like to say how impressed I am with how accurate this measurement is on this gauge. It's almost like the gauge moved not at all. You can see the gauge moving just a little bit there, but it's really not moving all that much. I was very impressed with getting it this close until I realized that I think that gauge isn't even touching the vise at this point. Even though it's moving a little bit, I don't think it's touching. Anyways, it was nice while it lasted, but when I went over the second time, it was not that close. So on this, what we're doing is we're going to cut one of the T-nuts to hold this vise down. So the first thing is to get a measurement of the width of the T-nut that has to come up through the T-slot on the deck. I believe for the instance on this, we were taking 2/100ths off each side of the T-nut when everything was said and done. Some material also had to come off the sides, the lower sides, as well as the bottom to get these T-nuts to fit. And as I said before, like the 9/16ths, or sorry, the 1/2 that the instruction manual says would work does not work at all in this. It is actually 12 mil. When I had the drawbar in there, I noticed that my R8 collet that I was going to use to hold the end mill was not threaded in. So I figured I'd take them out and see what's going on here. And I noticed the collet that came with the R8 attachment that came with the other collets worked fine. However, when I tried to put on this index cutter, not a chance. And the same holds true with the R8 collet. Apparently, that is a metric thread, and for most everything I have, I need an imperial thread. So another project on my list, I will have to be making a new drawbar because this one impressed me so. Again, no instructions with this DRO. However, it's not that difficult to come up to 2/100ths for the first cut of the milling machine. And I was originally going to do the math and do both cuts at once, but I figured being as of just playing with this for the first time, I should wait and try something a little more complex when I get a better feel for the machine. Anyways, as the title indicates, the mill did get crashed, and it was right there. So what went on is I did not have that tool secured tight enough in that adapter or that collet holder. Once I got it tightened in, I actually went and bought a set of wrenches for this thing. I prefer to have the proper size wrenches for each machine nearby and not having to run to the toolbox constantly every time you're working on a machine to grab a different wrench. If they're all by the machine, I find it a lot easier. You got the 3 wrenches or the 4 wrenches by each machine, and that's their dedicated spot for it. So taking 2/100ths off, it's working quite well. No problem at all. No chatter on the machine, and end mill is just cutting very nice. After this, I did move it over to do the backside on a return cut towards me. I believe that's what I've been seeing everyone with these small machines doing is cutting down like that, so the end mill is actually going into materials that are coming out of the material for the cut. I can't remember what kind of cut that's called. I believe one's conventional, one's down or something like that. I will have to look into that. I forgot what they're called. But anyways, coming back, same thing. As soon as I was met up with the material here, seems to be working okay. You know, got a little more confidence now. I got through the one side without a crash immediately. And on this side, I'm going to actually make it a little more mechanized and turn the machine on, or the gearing on the one side, to actually have it go through without having to move the handle. And as you see, it's just started, and I just turned it down a little bit, and everything's going pretty good until now. Crashed the machine for the second time. This one, obvious crash. There's only one lockdown on one side. Totally my fault. Should have known a lot better. Now you can see on the other jaw there, after putting the thing back in, grabbing a square and putting the vise back close to square as possible and running that. I got it pretty close, and I got it all locked down, and I have it in a position to start doing some milling.